3. Every day, outside my cabin while it's still chilly darkness, Ryder greets me. We go to the main house kitchen. Leo brews coffee. I fix Ryder his kibble. Sometimes, I fry him an egg. Ryder likes the yellow ooze. While Ryder eats, Leo pours his coffee black. I add milk and sugar and act like I always drink coffee. 4:15 a.m. Like clockwork, we go to Leo's office, sit in front of his computer. On the wall are topographical maps, the world, the United States, the oceans, Earth, and Moon. Pinned on the wall, too, is a picture of a tiny blonde woman with a huge backpack. Smiling, she's waving at the person taking her photograph. Leo? The office is cozy. A space heater warms us. Ryder naps. Me and Leo sit side by side, staring at light and colors radiating from the computer screen. Topographical maps show everything, I say, musing out loud. Nigeria has the Atlantic to the west. The rivers Niger and Benue merge and make a Y shape. Leo pokes the screen. Instead of contour lines, the computer maps in 3D. See, to the south, nothing but lowlands. To the southeast, there's mountains. North, mainly plains. Its climate ranges from desert to tropical to equatorial-equatorial. Near the equator. The center of the planet. It's a circle. Not a real one, but an imaginary divide between north and south. It's super hot. Closer to the sun than the north and south poles. Excitement growing, I look at Leo. I never thought of mapping countries, our planet. Google Earth does it. Using satellites. Better than a plane or eagle view, he explains. Aerial perspective makes everything smaller but allows you to see the whole. Seeing the whole is important to understand what's happening to our home. Look. Deforestation happens everywhere. But it's trees that clean carbon emissions and provide oxygen. Leo quickly taps the computer keys. We need forests, but they're disappearing worldwide. X. Forest. Deforestation. 1980-2020. Watch. It's a satellite image of the Amazon rainforest. Over 2 million acres, the planet's lungs. Yet more than 20% has been destroyed because of logging and wildfires. I gasp. The video starts in 1980 and then, like a horrific, crazy race, the dates go up and the green on the map goes down. By 2020, huge parcels of land disappear. The time-lapse film repeats again. All green, then specks, spots, square acres upon acres transform from green to brown. Climate change, Addy. Logging has gotten worse. As the planet warms, fires have become more horrendous. Right now, there are thousands of fires. Thousands? Satellite maps tell the story. Look. On the computer screen, red is overtaking green. September 5th is Amazon Rainforest Day. But so far this summer, 60,000 fires have been detected. Fire season doesn't end until December. My head hurts. Illegal deforestation makes it worse. Land that has been cleared for development, cattle grazing, clearing for lumber, increases the likelihood of burning. Another stress. Why doesn't someone stop it? The Brazilian military tries. But most think the government should fund environmental groups. Soldiers aren't above being bribed. Seeing the scale, seeing the satellite imagery make it real. Majestic trees are lost. What about the animals? The singing birds? Tiny insects? Aren't there monkeys and parrots in the Amazon? I feel bad that I don't know what other animals live in the Amazon forest. Or BB's African wild. So sad. Sometimes you need to see the whole to make sense of the world. I like seeing the whole. Like is not the right word, it's also upsetting. Of course you do. You're excellent at spatial reasoning. You mean it? Except for BB, no one's ever told me I'm excellent at anything before. You can map in 3D, manipulate space. Engineers do it, surgeons do it. Mathematicians. Also architects and artists like Michelangelo. Who's Michelangelo? Google Maps on a smartphone can be great. But in the wilderness, phones don't often work, so we use maps. The old-fashioned way. He pauses, and I finish the sentence, draw. And to draw. He says dramatically. We need to explore. This is the cue for a writer to wake for us to head outdoors. To wilderness. To the land beyond the ranch, beyond the trails. The land of my heart. The land of before time. Where writer remembers, maybe even dreams about where he once was wild? Wait, Leo. Can a satellite show me the flight path from New York to California? Sure it can. Leo types. The computer screen flickers, showing a tiny plane arcing downward from New York City to Los Angeles. The image makes me feel good. When I fly home, I won't be flying blind. In my mind, I'll just reverse the flight path. Thanks, Leo. He nods. Understands me, I think. Worrying about the planet is scary. Maps make me feel in control. Like seeing might save me, help save the Earth. Early every morning, me, Leo, and Ryder hike. It's special, important. Leo sends reports, maps to scientists tracking wildfires. Sundays, our trips take all day. Mapping, I learn about paths, but I also learn about forest health. How dense are the trees? What kind? Are the trees diseased or dead? How many trunks have fallen or stand like an unlit match? Ryder, take us to new land. Ryder darts forward. New land? You'll see. Leo grins. Go on, follow Ryder. I'll follow behind you. Feels good following a dog. It's hot. I push aside low-hanging branches, step on weeds, grass, slips of bark. Wildflowers, yellow and white, clump together. I inhale, deep. Smells kind of funky but in a good way. Moist, deep. Like ancient times. Like maybe when wolves were becoming dogs. Riders barking. Coming, I shout, then feel embarrassed. I forgot Leo was behind me. I sneak a peek. He's fallen back. Like he wants me to feel alone with Ryder. Feel the forest surrounding me. I start jogging. What is it, boy? What is it? Smiling, I abruptly stop. I drop to my knees. There's a jagged streak of black, burnt wood and ash-filled land. I can't tell where it ends. So strange, like a dragon or a flamethrower blazed a trail. But here, there, are green trees, upright and mighty. Why would Leo want me to see this? Hearing his steps, I don't look around. I'm angry. I don't know why. But I am. Sniff the shoots, Ryder. Sniff. I look up. Leo's crazy. Watch Ryder. Ryder, stepping gingerly, lowers his nose to the dirt. A green shoot like a curlicue pushes toward the light. He steps toward a scarred, dead log. Moss grows on it like a baby's blanket. Ryder sniffs a patch of tiny purple flowers. Then he pees on the roots of a baby bush. Or is it a tree? Leo squats beside me. We're going to map this. Show how the land is resurrecting. Resurrecting? Renewing itself. Coming back from the dead. See the whole, I murmur. From on high, it would just look like the forest had an empty space, a misshapen wound snaking through thick growth. A close-up map can show the healing. I stare, back and forth, at the reviving land, my blank page. Draw from the outside in. Untouched forest first. Then capture the scarred terrain. And the new growth? Yes, the new growth. This may be our most detailed map yet. I sketch, adding contours to capture the sloping land, trees, no trees, some rocks and boulders, collapsed logs. Here, there, I add green to signify shoots, new stalks, branches slowly, ever so slowly becoming baby trees. If we let it, nature can thrive. Too bad it's not that easy for people. Leo sounds like Bibi when she's talking about my mother. Her words are round-sounding but hollow. Sad like Leo's. Here, writer. He bounces over to me, sits, his front paws in the space between my crisscrossed legs. Our heads side by side, he lets me hug him. I hold on. I wonder, who did Leo lose? Trees can't run. Why didn't Mama and Pop run? Did I?